really to speak of, and Gengar talked like this the entire time. Everything he said was super quiet and whispery, and you're like, talk a little louder. But each episode was a self-contained story arc. There was no linear storyline, so each episode was just kind of existed by itself. There was nothing that really carried through from one to the next. So Mike McFarlane, who was the director, always called it Mushishi Day Spa, because in between the music being like, bing, boom, whoa, and me having to whisper the entire time, like I look over and Mike's like, I can't stay awake! Like 8 hours of that a day, you're gonna fall asleep in the dark. Yeah, that's that story.
I'm gonna pick somebody. You in the front with this mask on, yes.
What's your name, masked person? Andrea.
I know your name. I have power over you now. Oh, that's a good question. She asked if we ever cosplayed as a character, who would we want to be and why? As one of our characters.
We kind of did on Halloween.
Yeah, we dressed up as
our Avengers character.
Yeah, so I was Black Widow and he went as Thor to our Avengers Assemble session. So we walked into the recording booth in costume. And Roger Craig Smith came as Captain America, and we didn't tell him until like 2 days before that we were planning on doing it. We're like, tell us you want to do this too. He's like, oh my gosh, yes. So he went to the Halloween store, and all that was left was like the kid version of Captain America. So it was like the really cartoony, big, muscly with like the head wings that like flop a little bit.
So dysfunctional.
Oh, it was the best. Yeah, and his eye holes were always a little bit off, so you couldn't really see. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was good stuff. We got to do it again this year.
Yeah.
If it's around Halloween.
Yeah.
We gotta
Oh,
go
it's coming
for it.
up.
I know.
I really liked wearing my Black Widow costume. I loved that wig.
I like being Thor because he's got stupid, long, flowy blonde hair, and you carry around a giant hammer.
It's always good.
It's always good. The big poofy muscles. I'm Thor.
Do you still have your Thor costume?
Yes, I do. It's in a box somewhere, all wrinkly. Yes, sir.
When did you know she was it and she knew you were it?
That's adorable.
You married me for all the money that I don't have.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't at the same time.
When was it for you, Travis?
When was it? When was it? I don't know. I just couldn't imagine doing it with anybody else. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it was when you snorted sake up your nose.
What?
That was a pretty good moment.
That was a pretty big gesture of love.
That was.
One of our first dates was in California, and we had been on the beach all day, and she had just moved out, and we stopped at a cantina to get some.
A cantina to get some nachos and sake.
Margaritas. No, it was to get margaritas, but there was a Japanese place right next door, and she likes unfiltered sake.
Yes.
So we got some of that, and I snorted it. I don't remember why.
I do. I dared him to do it, and so he did. But when he did it, he just was like, oh, that was nothing. That was actually, it was weird. I didn't feel like anything. I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, it was like, actually, it was kind of nice. So I was like, oh, okay. So he told me to do it, so I did, and it burned so bad.
It sucked.
It was awful.
It sucked a lot.
And
It
he
went
just,
up. Oh. And the
and he
pain
just
is there, but
pretended
you're
like
like,
it sucked.
oh, it's okay. Yeah. I kind of want to do it again. Do you want to give it a try? It's nice. Yeah, it's like a fruity note. She's like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Like holding on to all the drinks and just knocking over.
Yeah.
We snort sake. We highly recommend it.
Yeah, not
haven't
painful
tried
at all.
it.
There's a nice fruity.
Find out for yourselves. Who is that?
It's Pam and Ashley and Mary.
Oh, gosh. Android.
17.
Thank you.
Well done. A flashback thing I wanted to ask Laura, and a question for you, because I think Laura won't remember this, but I think you'll think it's funny. I first met you at my first anime convention during my birthday. It was Otakon, I think 2008.
Whoa.
And on Sunday they had one of those roundabout table things where all the voice actors were lined up, and I was just kind of stuck standing next to you, and I didn't know what to say. So I was like, I don't even know why I said this, but I was like, Trunks is my favorite character, but Kid Trunks is really annoying.
You're that dick.
Please continue.
Kid Trunks, or he said, you jerk, Kid Trunks rules. Happy birthday, signed Laura.
That's great.
And Travis, last night.
Is there a question in this? Or are you going to insult me too?
Because I'm pressed, I'm supposed to be interviewing people this weekend, which I don't know what's going on with that. But me and my friends were watching Brotherhood clip last night, and where you kept on basically torching your wife there.
Yeah.
So me and my roommates were wondering what did you do before going into the studio to get into that mindset? Like, did she not bring you your bagel that day?
I
bring
laughed
him a bagel
lot.
every morning.
Yeah, right. Don't bring me crap.
Were you dating, engaged, or?
We were
Engaged.
at that point, and when I
Yes.
found out that we were going to be doing that scene, I think we were in
I had already
Australia.
recorded it.
When I first found out
Yes.
the scene, we were in Australia, and I was down in the lobby, and I was watching it on some website, and he's just torching lust. And I was like, I literally called her down, and I'm like, hey, honey, I want you to take a look at this Full Metal Alchemist episode. She's like, I don't want to watch it. Why? I'm like, just watch it for a second. I just watched her face, and she's like, I'm like, it's gonna be fun. She did call me when it was time to record it though, and she called me after it was over, and I was like, hello? And she's like, hi. Laura? Yeah, hi, it's me. I just finished dying by your hand, you jerk. Screaming so many times as loud as she could. Bloody, bloody murder.
Good times. Good times.
Yeah, it wasn't like the Envy one where I had to go nuts and, just start screaming myself. So, I hear my wife screaming in agony as I'm trying to record. It's a strange thing, because I'm like, are you okay? You all right? You're not here, you're in my ears, that's right. You're okay. Okay. A lot of that happening. Yes.
You balled up. One, did you know that the Soul Eater manga ended?
Oh, no.
It's over now.
Way to deliver bad news.
Thanks for that.
The second thing is, it's kind of a thing that happens for every voice actor, I guess. What is the strangest thing that's happened to you at con?
There's so many different categories of weird.
Deep down deep.
This one time, this kid told me that he hated Kid Trunks. Actually, no. Okay, I was just telling Kari this story on the way here. This was a pretty good one. This happened a couple weekends ago, so it's fresh in my mind. This kid came up and he was like, he's not a kid. He was not a kid. He was like my age. There's no excuse. He came up and he was like, hey, I've been trying to get my girlfriend to start watching Full Metal Alchemist. I was like, oh, cool. He's like, yeah, because I really love your Lust voice. I was like, thank you so much. He goes, yeah, I mean, we don't really like your normal voice. And I was like, well, thank you. And he was like, no, you know what I mean, just like the way you say things.
When you're in a hole, stop digging.
I was like, great, I hope you really like Full Metal Alchemist.
There was one time at an autograph table, this is like 4 or 5 years ago, when someone asked to shake my hand. I'm like, yeah, sure. So I shake their hand, and they quickly lean down to try and lick my hand. So I pulled it away, but I was still holding onto their hand, so I yanked really hard, and their head goes. It was kind of a whole body. It was like, BAM! And it was like, oh, I'm sorry.
Gonna make a pencil disappear.
That's kind of,
Oh, that's awful.
yeah, I don't like being glomped or licked.
I don't like being licked either. I don't
We have
understand
to
why.
yeah, we have to say that sometimes, because some people.
Don't
I
like
know,
that.
you would think like, you see the signs that say like free hugs, and you're like, oh, that's nice, and then you would think that some people were like, I don't like to be licked by strangers. And they're like, why not?
Why not?
It happens.
Yeah. Tastes like chicken. And sweat.
Right back there in the white sleeve.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
I've got.
Is this the best thing that's ever happened, like right now?
Oh my gosh.
No,
I'm afraid that's
Vic. That was
Just
the
say
best
yes, just lie to me.
thing. No, I'm not Vic. That was the best thing.
That's the best thing.
You guys meeting Laura. Anyway, I have a request and a question. The request is, would you guys...
You hear the music? It's like a slow jam up in this mother.
Would you guys go through and would you have Roy Mustang propose to Lust?
Oh, totally. So, Lust, you're lying there in a pile of ashes. I just wanted to know if you'd do me the honor of being my... Is that a yes?
There's a camera there. That's the only reason I didn't continue that.
I'll attribute it to your being injured. It looked like your middle finger was coming out. That can't be right. Oh, wonderful. That's your ring finger.
Yes.
We're not flipping everybody in the audience off. Look at your friends
that
pointing
was-
to your hand.
See, that's my ring
Call
finger.
on her.
Hi, yeah, I'm gonna call on you. Hi.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
How was your first, I know Travis's first con experience was not the best. So I was wondering how your first con experience was.
My very first con experience? Oh gosh. See, I had a weird introduction into it because when we were doing Dragon Ball Z, we had this thing called, this is gonna sound really weird. It was called the Hummer Tour.
Hummer trucks.
Yes.
Sick bastards.
Yeah, it was called, I just said it, that's what it was called. And the DBZ Hummer traveled the US, and then we would fly out and we would go to like malls and we would do mall appearances. So that was my first introduction into anything like that kind of experience. So it seemed like pretty normal. And then I went to Dragon Con. And it was insane. Like there were people walking around that they had no clothes on. They just had like body paint, like fairies. I don't know. I thought I was astounded and in awe, and I've kind of stayed in that
That's
same
awesome.
place. Every time I come to a convention, I'm just like I walk around like, just because the costumes here are just so amazing.
Body paint fairies? Where's
Truly,
that?
it's a Dragon Con. That's the one that Mary was just at.
Let's go! Literally the first con that I walked into was with Kyle Hebert. He and I were flown out, and we went from the airport to the hotel. No idea what I'm getting myself into. As we're pulling up to the hotel, there's Sailor Moon talking to Vegeta outside of the hotel. We walk into the double doors, and the lobby is full of like the Raccoon City Police Department. Gumby is talking to Inuyasha over here, and like all this weird stuff's happening. And over by the elevators, this chick like spots me, and her eyes just go wide.
Oh dear.
And I'm like, and she screams, "Mustang!" and she just starts booking. She's just running, and Kyle's with me, and I'm just like a deer in the headlights. And I'm going, Kyle. She gets right up to me, and she jumps, leaves her feet, right, just springs herself at me, and I didn't know what she was doing, and I played football, so I went, oh, boom! Her ears come off, right? You know when you like see somebody slip on the wet pavement and you know they land and everybody goes, oh! Like everybody in the lobby's like, oh, damn! She's laying there, her eyes are rolling back in her head. I'm like, what were you doing? She's like, I was trying to glop you. I'm like, what's a glop? She goes, it's a tackle hug. I'm like, that was not a hug. Put your little ears back on and get the hell out of here.
Oh, Jesus.
And like from that moment forward, everybody in the lobby was like, do not glomp that guy. Kyle Amber turns to me with a wicked grin and goes, welcome to cards. First thing.
I've never, and this is not an invitation, I've never been glomped. Ever.
Really?
Yeah.
You're lucky. They don't end well.
Yeah, it sounds painful.
See, the thing is, now my glomp protection extends to my wife.
That's
If
true.
anybody tries to glomp my wife, you're going in the ground.
Travis, you go on.
Oh, I'll glomp her on my own time. Yes, sir, back here.
I have 2 questions and a request for Laura.
Wow, it's three things, man. I don't know.
You did some work with on Saints Row.
Yes.
3 and 4. What was some of your favorite lines from that?
Oh, man. That's a difficult one. Did you, wait, I don't want to give anything away. If you've, well, but I don't know if everybody else has. Okay, so when we did Saints Row 4, when we did Saints Row 3, Troy laid down the bass track. So, you know, there's like all these different player voices, right? So Troy recorded them originally, and then I would go in and I would record after him. And just kind of match his timing, but do my own personality for it. And then for Saints Row 4, I got to do the bass track, and then Troy had to come in. But the cool thing about Saints Row 4 is that we had all the like romance your team, you know, stuff, and we were all recording that together. So every single scene, you know, like whether I was standing next to Kinsey or standing next to Matt, you know, we had to like do the lines for those scenes, and they were so awkward and so fun, and those were my favorite parts. I got to do like, you know, a proposition scene with Keith David. How many people get to say that?
My favorite line of hers is, "You blew it up." Anyway, you have to play the game. It's really funny. Yes, the second part of your thing.
Can you please say in the voice, I love meeting new people?
I love meeting new people.
Oh, boy.
And part 3 of your miniseries.
2 questions, Laura.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, awesome,
Well,
done.
there you go. You.
How was playing Serah from Final Fantasy 13?
It was like a dream come true. Truly. I've been a huge fan of the Final Fantasy series, you know, so, and I always said, I said it like older cons that was like my dream was to be able to be part of that series. And so when I, you know, got cast as it was like, oh my gosh. And then I was so excited, and then I was also like so sad because my role didn't get to like travel around with everybody and like, you know, and it was like, oh, I'm only in these like little cutscenes and I want to do more. And then they did, you know, 13 too, which was a nice surprise, and it was really, really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yellow dress on the aisle.
What? Bring it up here.
Oh, no.
Would I like to slap him?
Yeah, will you slap her, Yusuke?
You ready for this? Yusuke! You brat!
slap that Yusuke, baby.
I did. I slapped it so good. It's my turn. It's my turn. Blue hair in the back.
Travis, can you please say Envy looks dead sexy in a tiny miniskirt?
Envy looks dead sexy in nothing, but in a tiny miniskirt. Oh God, I'm thinking of your character. Envy
Is questionable.
is a question mark in a tiny miniskirt. I was thinking of Lust.
Wow. Envy is sexy pretty much, and
I love the teacher hand, which I'm gonna make you wait more for. Yeah.
What was your most embarrassing moment when you were recording?
I don't know.
embarrassing.
We don't have a lot of those stories though. Oh well, embarrassing where you're like stupid. You did kind of swear at one particular studio.
Oh, I did. Are you talking about? I'm sure I can.
I wore 2 different shoes to the first day of recording a series that I was extremely proud of for Disney. I get to play King Roland II and Sophia the First on Disney Junior. And thank you. And I showed up with 2 different shoes on my feet. A brown shoe and a black shoe. And the producer was like, "You feeling okay today?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm great. I'm excited. Let's get to work." He's like, "Sure, nothing's wrong?" I'm like, "No, why?" He's like, "Look at your feet, man." I'm like, I don't know what to say.
You getting stuck in the recording booth?
That's Aaron. Yeah.
Aaron got stuck.
Aaron did. That's right.
Yes, he did. Poor little Aaron.
You gotta have Mike McFarlane tell that story.
Yeah.
He was actually there.
And he's here, so I'm sure we'll love to tell it.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even know if I can say that though.
Well, then don't.
Well, then don't.
Well, then don't. We're never embarrassed.
Ever.
Oh, shame.
Okay, wiggly hand.
Okay, since she's too chicken to say it. Okay, remember the 4-panel theaters you had to do for Brotherhood? You know those little maki things?
Oh yes.
Can you sing for us right now the Flame Alchemist Rap?
I don't remember it.
I'll write it down.
I'll write it. Don't worry, I'll write it down.
Yeah, write it down.
Right off the top.
I don't remember it. I literally read it when we recorded it, and that's the last time I saw it.
All right.
Right there.
2 questions for each.
Okay.
For Travis, how did you enjoy playing Gaius?
Yeah, Gaius is deliciously contemptful. He is. He's like the biggest arch voice that I could come up with. He literally just talks like this and acts like pure evil, even though he's not. Or is he? Yeah, he's a good anti-hero. Yeah, he's a lot of fun to play.
And my second question is for both of you, if you had one character in real life,
In real life, that we would like know.
like
Superman.
Would we know them, or would they just be there?
you would know.
Would they be like our friend?
I thought we were going to be them,
No. Any person to exist that we voiced.
but we're not them. They're
We're
just-
not them.
Like we hang out with them.
Yeah.
Superman.
Oh, that is so hard.
If you say Toru, I'm gonna.
I'm not gonna say Toru. I would say Toru, but she's like so much younger than me now.
Think
so
of all the characters. Harley, Wonder Woman.
I wouldn't want to hang out with
Laguna
Harley.
Blue. Kid Truck, Shin
I
Chan.
definitely would not want to hang out with Shin. That would be so gross. I know. I was leaning towards Maka. I think I would want to be friends with her. Yes, the Saints are open. No, she's evil.
She's
Yes,
gonna
the
wing it.
Saints are open.
Spoilers.
Oh my God.
I'm sticking with Superman. I'm piggybacking flying.
He can keep my boss in check. How about that?
Yeah, he's invincible. He's freaking Superman.
Totally.
I can't believe I forgot.
In the blue military suit, and then
What? I
you.
can't believe I forgot the Lego characters and I did that picture.
Here comes the camera again. Hi.
Hold on.
Oh, hold on, wait, hold on, here we go. Wait. No, stop talking.
Okay.
Go ahead. That's okay, only all of Twitter is gonna see this. No pressure. 10,000 people. Hold on, wait, let me zoom in.
Okay.
Okay, this is like a request for both of you.
Okay.
Roy, you're freaking me out.
I'm capturing your soul.
No leader.
Transmutation.
God, man. I'm recording it.
There's a giant black giraffe head in the shot.
Request is like, Laura, you say something like Shin's voice.
Something like Shin's voice.
Something in it, like,
She already said it. Move on. What's the next one?
Something like in Shin's voice.
can you say, when you were torching Envy, do you remember any of the lines?
Yeah, I think the lines were like, burn, you evil he, she, freak of nature! You killed my best friend, you die!
That felt good.
And scene. Uploading to YouTube. Yes.
I have the lyrics.
We'll bring it up here.
Oh gosh, okay. That's happening.
Oh snap.
This will be fun.
Do you remember the rhythm?
Oh my god. Oh, I do remember this. I don't need a beat. Okay. So Mike McFarlane was directing this. He's like, do your work. Hughes is calling into the military headquarters. He's trying to get Mustang on the phone right as Envy's about to shoot him in the back. And he doesn't get Mustang, but he gets like his voicemail.
No!
This is what is on his voice.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, snap, snap, spark, spark. It's time to light up the diggy, diggy dark. I'm the Flame Alchemist and I'm gonna be pure. My beats are hot and my rhymes are purer. I like the ladies in the miniskirts. I'll be posing in the mirror without my fancy shirts. I'm gonna set your heart on fire, whoosh, whoosh. And my heart burns bright too. Kaboom, kaboom. Wicked, 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 what? We literally did that. I think we did that once, and we had to change some of the words because they didn't work after we wiped our tears. And then I think the second time we kept it. And that was pretty much what it sounded like. All right, I'll sign it, give it back to you. How about that? Done. You're welcome. Wow, I can't believe you know that by memory. Blue dressed. What is it? I can see you from here to here, so it's blue and you blend in with the chairs, so it's blue. 5? Pick 2 really good ones, and if they're awesome, maybe we'll go 3, 4, and 5. Be like a death match. I don't know if that's good enough for number 1. I'm just saying.
You go first, I'm thinking.
I love dogs! I love
see. We recorded Fruits Basket 12 years ago.
Jesus.
I was gonna say, I've been doing
Or
that
maybe
line
it was
for
11
10
years ago.
Good Lord.
Okay.
10 years.
I don't know if I remember. I mean, I remember like my motto says, never give up. Okay, wait. It's not like my favorite line, but it's what I remember. How about that? Okay. Hold on. Shut up.
I haven't always lived in a tent. Up until last May, I lived with my mom. It was just the two of us. But then the accident. After I lost Mom, I began secretly living here on my own. It isn't the most comfortable place, but it's all right. And it's what I have to do.
Was that what I said?
That was way more sincere than my stupid rap just now. Okay, so what's your number 3 part of that?
I said that at the beginning. I love dogs! That was Shin.
Perfect.
I don't know why.
Somebody had a question down here, I saw. Yeah.
Yes?
Did you ever get revenge on Sean Schimmel for farting like
Sean Schimmel farted in the booth before I went in the booth.
Oh,
Terrible.
And he did it intentionally. He farted and farted and farted, and then ran out of the booth and shut the booth door. And these things are like pretty airtight. Okay. Shut the door really fast to trap the air in there.
Oh, that's terrible.
And I was recording after him. He didn't know it was going to be me, and I was pretty new at Funimation at the time, so he felt pretty bad. I was like 18 and like brand new, and I had to stand for like 4 hours in Sean Schimmel fart stank.
Jesus.
It's terrible.
No, I never got even with him. But there's always the future.
Always tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So we're actually really good on time. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
15 minutes. The next one, the film's coming out soon, and Infamous. I've been switching from being in booth to doing mocap and visual.
That's a good question.
Good question. Yeah, thank you whoever else started to present tonight. Look at that applauding your question.
Yeah. All right, my answer
Ladies
is-
first.
Well, it's crazy. Both of us started on camera, so we had that experience, and we did theater, which is kind of weird because doing performance capture feels a lot like doing theater, because while your face expressions can be pretty subtle, your body has to be a little bit more amplified in order to pick up the movements of what it is you're doing. You know, when we're doing performance capture, we're wearing these really flattering, tight outfits with, a bunch of silver balls stuck all over you, and a helmet with like cameras coming out of it, so wherever you move, there's something staring at you. It's a really comfortable experience.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's like Tron, mixed with Lawnmower Man, which nobody in this room has seen. One. Who's seen Lawnmower Man?
Never seen it.
All the people that raise your hand, you get 100 XP points. So the suits are crazy, like she said. Different studios have different head rig configurations and stuff, but I mean, you do stunts, you do running, you do acting. You have to be in close range to other actors, which is weird because the rigs come out this far.
Different ones come out different. Like some of them are only like right here. Some of them you have like wires stuck around your eye, so every time you blink, it like picks it up, so it feels a little like crazy.
You look like the Borg.
Yeah. Every time I do performance capture, I take a picture of myself looking like the Borg.
It's been really
Looking
cool
like
for us.
Borg.
Laura and I are both in the PS4 launch window title, Infamous Second Son, which is great, along with Troy Baker. He plays the lead character of Delson Rowe.
And they kind of used our likenesses for the game
Yeah,
too.
they
so
took our
look like us.
faces, man. Go to YouTube and look at the trailer, and bam, there's our faces in the game, which
Totally
is
weird.
trippy whippy.
Which would be a fun thing to cosplay. Yes, that would be pretty cool.
But it's been great. We've been able to work on games like Knack, which is coming out for PS4. It's an actual launch title. Halo 4, I was in. Murdered, we both got to work on.
Lost Planet 3
Lost
just
Planet
came
3.
out. I did performance capture for that.
More and more as we go along, and
Yeah.
we have a lot of titles that we can't even talk about yet. They're going to be really cool. How many of you guys are like voracious gamers out there?
Yay!
Well done. Good. PS3 only, raise your hand. 360 only, raise your hand. Both, raise your hand. Oh, I love you people. If you're going to get an Xbox One only, raise your hand. PS4 only, raise your hand. Yeah. To start
Well,
with.
yeah.
It's only a
Things are
$500
changing.
investment.
We'll get both systems.
Yeah.
We're gonna get both systems.
Yeah.
But
Great
yeah,
question.
it's a really cool difference in doing that.
We love voiceover because we're not limited by the way that we look or our size or any of those things that can limit actors when it comes to TV and film and stuff. You know, your age matters, but your complexion, your hair, your height, all that stuff matters. But in voiceover, you can do as much as your voice can do. And so with mocap, your looks can be changed, your height, your stature can be changed.
You're limited more, obviously, but there's still a lot of freedom there.
Yeah. You're awesome.
Oh,
Oh, he's wearing a football jersey.
yeah, I know. That's why.
Question.
Are you a Redskins fan?
Yes.
Nice. You can go away now.
Maybe I will. No.
Sorry.
Question for Laura.
Yes.
You've done such a wide range of characters, from doing sort of like the more mature, sultry voices, like say Rain and Lust,
Well,
and even you've also done like kind of the high-pitched, frenetic voices, sort of like Sana. Which types of those roles do you prefer?
the lower ones are less painful, just because they're a little more calm usually. That's really hard. My favorite type of things to do are the people that are kind of like villains. Like the ultimate is saints, because you get to be pretty evil and still be the good guy. That's pretty awesome. Usually, doing the fun villainous roles, they don't stick around so long. But I think they're more fun. Like Vegeta is the ultimate, right? So.
Truly, really cool bad guy, super charismatic, turns into a good guy.
Yeah, and still totally awesome.
Awesome.